As you can see, I have nothing on my face because we're gonna do some makeup today, and this video is inspired because of the fact I recently purchased the new Huda Beauty foundation, their new Easy Blur foundation and primer. So we're going to do it. I have nothing on my face except moisturizer. So we're going to do a little bit of an old-fashioned complexion routine. All right, let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Dee Maria here. Yes, it feels interesting and weird to be barefaced on here because I don't do this all the time. But yes, we're doing a foundation video because I want to play with it here on camera with y'all. So like, why not? Especially when we get new makeup. As always, lipstick of the day today, everyone, is no lipstick. It's more of a gloss. The Laneige Glowy Lip Balm in Mango. I've shown this here on the channel before, just to keep my lips soft while I play in this new foundation. Next up, we have fragrance of the day. And fragrance of the day, since it's very moody and gloomy and kind of stormy outside, we have BDK's Gris Charnel because it fits the bill. Full dedicated review on Gris Charnel is already up on the channel, so definitely check that out if you haven't already. And now let's get into this here complexion routine because I want to play in this foundation, and why not do it on camera? So backstory, when it comes to Huda Beauty foundations, this isn't their first foundation they've come out with, the Easy Blur. In fact, it's the third to my knowledge. We have the original, the Faux Filter foundation. I had that one, used it all the way up. I know they reformulated without the scent too, so that's great. And then not too long ago, I want to say about 3 years ago, it was this foundation, the cream stick version. This cream was everything. And this was the Faux Filter Skin Finish Foundation. I think it's been discontinued from what I saw because you can't find it really anymore. And I wore the shade Gingerbread 430N, which is what I wear in Huda Beauty foundations. So naturally, since I knew that, I went ahead and ordered the shade, the Easy Blur Natural Airbrush Foundation in the shade Gingerbread 430N. And that way I want to wear it because, you know, I haven't seen as many people demo it in like my shade. So why not demo it in my shade? And of course, I bought the primer to go along with it. I also have the Faux Filter concealers that I also use in general. And you will see those too, as well as some other things in the mix. So let's play in this here primer. This is what the primer looks like. It's a squeeze bottle. It is 1 fluid ounce. And I had seen pictures of it that it's supposed to be like this is a silicone free smoothing primer, which is interesting. If y'all see me looking down, my mirror is right here. So that's why you will see me doing this kind of often in this video. So this primer, you know what, let's zoom in actually. That's better so y'all can better see. So that's what this primer looks like. I always put it in my main points. Fun fact, I am combination skin, meaning I get oily in my T-zone and the rest of my face is normal. Anybody else also like that combination skin? Let me know in the comments below. Oh, and by the way, for the new elves that don't know, I am a former professionally trained makeup artist. I used to work on clients, bridal, all of that. I've been a MAC artist. I've been an Anastasia Beverly Hills artist. So that is why I have a full face of makeup on whenever I film. So just a little backstory about that. But yes, that is the primer. So far, I like how it feels. Even though it's not a silicone-based primer, it still has a little bit of a tackiness to it, which means your foundation is going to stick to it. So I'm okay with it, but it doesn't feel too heavy. It is a little bit thicker than what I would traditionally use. I normally would use the Bobbi Brown face-based primer. You all have seen me tag that in a lot of videos in the beauty comment section, you know. But so far, I'm pleased with it, and it didn't leave a color or anything. It doesn't have a smell. It's scent free, which is important because previous Huda Beauty products did have a smell, and a lot of people don't like that, especially my sensitive skin girlies, I know. So I want to say that I'm pleased with the primer. I'm letting it absorb while I talk to y'all right now. So here's the thing, when it comes to foundations and things, I always treat like my hyperpigmentation around my chin and whatnot. My body still thinks I'm a teenager, even though I'm far removed from that. So I'm gonna go in with my Huda Beauty concealer. And I use the shade Crumble 7.1N. N stands for neutral. I have a neutral undertone. That's what I use as my skin tone version. So I always just take a little bit under the eye. Just anywhere I got hyperpigmentation, which for me is under my eye and on my chin. Since I be wanting to grow a beard some days and I don't understand why. Yay, aging. So just a little bit. I'm gonna go in with my Sephora brush. This is the number 57. I have the old version. They've since redone how the brushes look in Sephora, but I always want to give you all the number, and I will have everything linked below too. So I'm gonna blend that in. See? That's what that looks like. I love these brushes because they're dual fiber, and dual fiber brushes are the best in my opinion for blending out cream products, especially concealers, cream or thick liquids, which this is a medium to full coverage concealer, so it fits the bill. You don't want to blend in my chin. Because for me, when it comes to trying out new foundation, it has to work with my products I already use. Because to me, like, it doesn't make sense to just throw on a brand new foundation on absolutely bare skin, no primer, no nothing, when you normally wear all that. Like, those type of reviews, I'm like, come on now, let's just really be honest. I'm not wearing just straight foundation so my skin can absorb it and it looks like crap in my pores. We're not doing that. We're gonna prime our skin, gonna do our concealer for our spots. And now we have a little bit more of a perfected base here. Now for the part that you care about. We're going in with the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Natural Airbrushed Foundation. It has niacinamide in it. So okay, got some skincare. And again, I wear the shade 430N for those that may be wondering. That might be in the same skin tone as me. Now you know the answer. So it's a squeeze bottle. And I'm gonna go in with my Sephora brush, the number 47, an OG. I own a multiple of this brush. It's that good. And in this case, I'm gonna just put it right on my brush, right? And the spray I spray my brushes with before I apply product with is my MAC Fix Plus spray. And oldie but goodie, I always keep it on deck. So now we have foundation on, and let's apply it to the face. Yep, still my color. So we're gonna blend that in. Okay, the weather is picking up out there. You probably can hear it in the background. It's blowing. But all right, blend that on in. All right, that's what that looks like. So foundation, no foundation. Foundation, no foundation. I'm feeling this, I like it. It's gliding over their primer, most importantly. It's not sticking to it. Okay. Apply some more product. Because one thing about Huda Beauty products, they want you to beat all the way down. Like, this ain't for the clean girl aesthetic people. It's for the people that wear makeup. My people. Okay, I really like how this is looking. I do. I do. Okay, this is, okay. I'm gonna do a little bit more. I always do a little bit of foundation as I go because you never wanna start out with too much product. Then you have to wipe it away or whatnot, okay? Because then you're wasting your money. We don't do that. So we add a little bit as we go, blend out, and add more as needed. That's what I always tell my former clients. And I tell myself that. And a little bit more here on the forehead area, around the hairline. Yes, always blend into your hairline. That way you don't look like you have on a mask. Nice even layer all the way around. And that is the foundation. Okay. Yes. This is giving. Faces matching our neck and chest, okay? We're here for it. I'm glad that her foundation like shade range has remained consistent from, again, the older version, older formula. Yes, because I definitely ordered this offline just like one night. I said, I'm gonna go ahead and order this once it became available because I wanted it. Okay, get into it. What do we think? I'm here for this. I like it. And this is without, of course, no highlight, contour, none of that is on here. I'm feeling this. So this is a win, especially considering the fact this was a blind order, essentially. I wasn't able to test it in store yet. I like it. And it feels good on the skin, too. Doesn't feel too thick. It definitely doesn't feel as thick as the old faux filter foundation did. That stuff was cake. That was cake face makeup for sure, which it was a time. Had to be there. It was time to be alive, y'all. But this is definitely lighter, but I'm still getting the coverage that I want. All right, moving forward, I'm gonna go ahead and do my highlight. since we're here. So I'm going with my other Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. This is the shade, I'm almost out of this actually. I use the shade Praline 6.3N, which means neutral. So if you notice, everything I use on them has a neutral undertone, so it looks correct on my skin, which I appreciate that. It helps you better match what products work for you. So yeah, we're gonna go in under that eye. There's some more neutral golden color that I like to do for my highlight. Y'all have seen me link this before in multiple videos, so this is an oldie but goodie, hence why I need a new one. Beauty blender. Gonna blend that out. I'm telling y'all, I still use me a good old beauty blender to this day. Still the best sponge in my book. Love it. See, blend it out. I always like to go just a shade or two higher in the concealer situation, so it's not too bright. Like, I don't want to be looking white under my eyes, because that's just not gonna look right. And being that I film on camera in front of lights and stuff and in front of a window, oh, I would see it. It would look bad on camera if I went too light for sure, and we can't have that. Concealer is blended out. Just using what's left on there to put it in my forehead, T-zone. All right, now to bake, I want to go in with my Huda Beauty powder, and I use the shade Blondie. This is an Easy Bake Loose Powder. Again, Blondie is the shade that I use. I've had this stuff for, what's this, like 2 years? So it's like a nice yellow tint. Don't want to waste it all over my desk. Got one of my little Amazon triangles here, the little velvet puffs. I bought a pack of them for like $7. Press that in. And we're not gonna let it bake forever like we used to back in 2016, 2017, all that. We let it sit a little bit, and for me, above my lip, because this is where I sweat, y'all. I have the Whitney Houston lip sweat. That is my thing. I don't know why. Yeah. Forehead. All right. Now I'm gonna go in with my fluffy brush and swipe the rest of this away, because I don't want it to sit too long. That's how you start to look cakey. And the excess powder will settle in the lines under there, because yes, we do have a few lines. Can't have that. So this is what it looked like, just highlighted. I am gonna go in with contour and bronzer to balance the face. So here we have my Juvia's. This is their bronze like duo, and this is the shade Tan. They recently restocked these finally at Ulta, so I'm so happy. This is what mine looks like. As you can see, I have been using it. So I always go in with the darker shade at the bottom. That's the contour. And you always do, yes, natural. A little bit in the hollows, around chin, right in here, around that perimeter there. And I love this duo, y'all, because of the fact, this is what I take with me when I travel. Because it's just easy. It's already both shades. I can use both of them. They do what they need to do. I don't have to think about it. So Juvia's Place did their thing with making this duo. And sometimes I do my nose, depending on how snatched I want to be, but I do a little bit. I don't really need it. It just a little bit. Now for the bronzer, which is the top shade in here, I go in with that. And I have a very fluffy angled bronzing brush, by the way. This is like back when Morphe had stores, so this is old school brush. So I'll take a little bit of that, and I'll just go over my cheek area. A little bit down here. Down there. And the perimeter of the forehead and face. All right, we're even. Now that that is done, So dust off excess there, because you might have a little bit. Even though I always like to tap my brushes in between applying product. So now I'm gonna go in with my all over face powder to like lock in everything, shall I say. Charlotte Tilbury, I love this stuff. I started using this powder after my wedding. MUA used this on me and my face did not move, okay? Because that day was a long day, my wedding day. So you all, this is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Complexion Perfecting Micro Powder, and I use the shade number 3 Tan. You all have seen me tag this powder a million times in videos as well. So as you can see, very much used and beat down and in, so you know it's real. I was just doing a nice little tap, a few taps of it in there, and you just dust it all over the face. Because this is what I do to make sure everything is all blended in together after, you know, foundation, concealer, highlight, contour, all that. Alrighty, and now that everything is on, powder wise, everything, going with my Fix Plus spray to, you know, make sure everything meshes in well. And you know it's not a makeup video without a fan. All right, anywhere I see a little bit of, maybe a little bit of a wet spot, you tap just to press it into the skin. And that is our complexion. This is what it looks like. This is my complexion routine. But most importantly, I wanted to play in my new Huda Beauty Easy Blur products. Again, the primer and the foundation. All in all, it works well with my products that I already use. So that makes me very happy, meaning I don't want to buy a new product and I have to reshape, reorg how I do my makeup. That means that's not a product for me. So it meshes well with everything products are able to build on it. I'm okay with this. I'm happy with it. And most importantly, the shade match. I could put this on in the dark and know I'm gonna look right without having necessarily to add contour and highlight. That makes me happy. So all in all, I'm very pleased with this foundation. Again, Gingerbread 430N is my shade and I'm here for it. I like this product. So now you know what it looks like. Also, now you know how I do my complexion part of my makeup routine. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And yeah, I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye y'all.